me and the glue, and we're in the backyard pond, and we're gonna go camping. You know, it was kind of time to nut up or shut up. I've been talking about going camping for a week, 2 weeks, every day, blah, 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 always waiting on gear or whatever the case may be. And, well, now's the time. You know, what better time than now? Wife's out of town, and got the John boat loaded up. Tired of paying camp fees. As you can tell, it's a wet and rainy, sea misty day here at the Pacific Coast, and my pond runs into a state forest, and I'm gonna go up there and I'm gonna camp. You know, I haven't done a whole lot of solo camping. I've just done it, you know, one other time, and it's mainly because I'm a chicken. You know, let's just call it what it is. I'm a chicken, so I haven't done a whole lot of solo camping. It's just kind of, I mean, I guess I do, but at like campgrounds, so like I wouldn't really call that, you know, not all that exciting. So the plan is to take the John boat, drive it up the stream and possibly behind the golf course, and set up camp, do a camp and a catch and maybe a cook, maybe a catch. This turns into a pretty shallow stream. I don't know if I'm going to even be able to make it up there, but that's the plan. We'll crank that motor to all of 55 pounds of thrust. I don't want to go too nuts though, because it's a long ride and my battery might not make it. And if I'm live and the reception cuts out, it's because I'm absolutely in the middle of nowhere. Right now it's not too bad. I got full bars, so I'm assuming. But you know what they say about assuming. Also, the lake gets real shallow. You know, right where we are now is probably, you know, 12 feet or so, but we're coming towards the end of the lake and where it cuts into the canal, and it's absolutely going to be a struggle to get through there this time of year. I should have brought boots because I have a sneaking suspicion I'm going to be dragging the John boat through some mud. At the very least, pulling an abundance of grass off the motor, but we'll make it as far. There's only about 20, 30 yards where it gets really shallow. I mean, it's really grassy, but I can deal with the grass. Sorry about the shakiness, but you can only do what you can do, you know? Got some lily pads coming up. I'm pretty sure I'm going to have to pick the motor. I got it all the way set up as high as I can. Pretty sure the lily pads have overgrown this whole area, as they tend to do this time of year. I don't know how much farther I'll be able to make it on motor power. Hopefully sharpening those blades, and once you know it, the wind has decided to kick up as well, so I think we're going to have to switch to a little different technique. Call this the gondola approach, where the water is so shallow you can just push off the bottom with a big stick. The only problem is Yeah, no, I think we're still deep enough. Break out the paddle. You know, there was about a ½ inch of water in the bottom of the boat, and it's just enough to, I'm going to see if I can turn myself around a little, use that motor to kind of paddle me through. I don't think we're hitting bottom yet. I know we're hitting weeds, so that's not going to be ideal. But if it was easy, they'd have Girl Scouts doing it, right? Oh yeah, we're right on the bottom there. It gets like randomly deep, which makes it tricky to navigate. I'm 2 inches on this side and 6 feet on the other. Paddle, paddle, push. Well, like I said, it's only like this for maybe 200 yards. But it's a big 200 yards. You know what I'm saying? You guys looking at my butt? Weirdos. Let's flip you around. Yeehaw. Hopefully you guys don't get motion sickness. Man, I need to keep the front of the boat straight. I'm trying to drive from reverse, and it ain't working. Flimsy ass paddle. Let's get some meat to it. There we go. Just struggling. There we go. Off of the lily pads there. I think we're fighting the motor. I think the motor is on the bottom. That's what the problem was. Motor's up. All of 4 inches of water. There we go. Let's get that workout in. Cruising right along now, probably 2 feet of water. This is what we're getting to, though. That's going to be the tricky part. If we can get through there, though, we'll be doing pretty good. After that, it opens up into pretty deep water. But it's 200 yards of just thick brush. We'll see if we can find a way through. I'm gonna take a moment and just kind of pause for a second, but onward and upward, you know. We're just kind of trying to see if we can gondola our way about 200 yards, and we should be in deep enough water to where we can use the trolling motor to get through. But right now we're in about 4 inches of water and fighting sticker or lily pads. Getting a workout. We're just kind of trying to bushwhack. I don't know. Looks like there's a halfway decent trail here. But it ain't that deep, that's for sure. Go camping, they said. It'll be relaxing, they said. If you're just getting here, thanks for taking the time to check us out. We're in a John boat, trying to get to a place to camp. We're in about 4 inches of water. Trolling motor is non-effective, so we are pushing off the bottom with the stick. That's the plan. Hey, bye. Es solo mío, es solo mío. I don't know what I'm singing. I just saw it on The Simpsons. That wind is not being our friend right now. Bruh. Hey, if you're just getting here, welcome to the struggle bus. I'm a little cheap and I wanted to go camping. So I loaded up my John boat and I'm trying to sneak into the backside of a golf course. But the problem is, I am in about 4 inches of water, unable to use my motor, and I'm pushing through about 100 yards of really thick lily pads. But this should open up shortly. But goddamn, I'm puffing like a fat kid. Also brought my sidekick. Is it solo camping if you bring a Chihuahua? I'm still gonna count it. Yeah, welcome to the the struggle bus. I'm just kind of kicking off the bottom here. A little bit rainy, a little bit drizzly, but put the work in and you might be rewarded. Hey, it's like we know what we're doing. 25-mile-an-hour winds, and if you're thinking, why is this guy wearing a coat in July? It's because I live in the Pacific Northwest, more specifically on the coast. I'm hoping this water gets a little deeper and we can start running that trolling motor. And it looks like it does. I know it does, but I know it's gonna be grass central. So does anybody know when this camping thing is supposed to be relaxing? It's going to take probably 20 minutes once I get the motor going. And I think that's going to be right now. Once I get the motor going, I will, should be about a 20-minute ride up into the, it's either the golf course or possibly a state forest. I don't know. I'm not a maps expert. I am new to the world of camping, or not camping, solo camping. Oh man, well, Pickles, good to see you, bro. Thanks for joining us. We are in the John boat. You probably don't recognize this spot, but this is part of my lake that I live on, and it runs into the forest. And I tell people that, and they don't believe me, so I have to show them manually. Yeah, my trolling motor is so full of crap. I'm gonna either have to fix that or. But you can check it out. This is where we're at. Hope you took your Dramamine, because you might experience some seasickness. This is kind of where we're at. It runs this way into state forest, kind of behind a golf course. Combination of both, actually. And I'm gonna go sleep in the woods. I'm gonna take my dog. I've been talking about it for ever. Felt like it was time to nut up or shut up, you know? Talking about all these camping trips and stuff, and it's me fishing the backyard pond. So today's the day. Here we are. And our trolling motor is deader than a doornail. Full battery. Trolling motor, not responsive. Gonna play with this trolling motor. I think we're just clogged up with a bunch of weeds. Pet the dog a little bit, find my inner peace. Yeah, man, it is. There's no boat traffic that gets through here. So those lily pads go absolutely nuts. Our trolling motor is tangled. We're in the bushes. I'm going to try to get it untangled, see if that's what caused the motor to fail. I really don't want to row the whole way. I'm not saying I won't. I'm just saying I don't want to do that. I got a pretty cool dinner prepared. If you guys want to stick around for that. Got a new tent. I was supposed to be getting all new gear, and half of the stuff came and half the stuff didn't. So I just said to hell with it. I'm gonna go anyways. I got plenty of stuff. And I said, well, you know, I'm taking a whole John boat. I don't need to go ultralight. And I'm definitely not. You know, it's a mix. The red wire goes to the positive cable, right? Is that how that works? What? Chill out, you're okay. Ladies and gentlemen, we have liftoff. We don't have a lot of liftoff, but we have some liftoff. And I'm assuming I will have to be fighting that the entire time because we are in the salad. If I find anywhere, I did bring my rod, of course. If I find anywhere that looks like super fishy, I'll fish it. You know, like I said, I'm new to this whole solo camping. I didn't want to come out today because I was being a bitch. What it comes down to is I was just being a bitch, man. I'm getting soft in my old age, you know. I'm like, I've done plenty of campgrounds, you know, and that's not a big deal when we got people around. But I've never really gone out into the woods and just camped one other time. And, you know, here I start this outdoors channel acting like this big tough guy, but not, man. I was nervous to come out here. And the only way to get over it is to do it. You know what I'm saying? We're in plenty of water for the trolling motor. The problem being the weeds are just wreaking havoc. You know, I was sitting up in the recliner and I was like, I'll just do another fishing from the backyard. But that, you guys deserve better than that, Pickles. You know, so we're here, we're pulling pounds of seaweed off of this thing. I don't even know. I know the weeds clear up in about 20, 30 feet. It's just, it's tough to get to that 20, 30 foot mark. You know what I'm saying? And the canal that I'm going through is pretty shallow, or not shallow. It's plenty deep enough. However, sorry, I told you you should have taken your Dramamine. Let's see if we can go. I don't know what we're gonna do here. The wind is definitely not cooperating. Yeah. Making a mess now. Yeah, we are just not gaining any ground. I'm gonna have to try a different approach. It looks like it's gonna be a gondola ride. And I don't need to go far. I just need to go, oh, I don't know, past where nobody lives. Tell you what, it sure feels like forever when you're on this struggle bus. And I'm hungry. I skipped dinner for this? Come on. Hard to push a boat from the back. Life would be significantly easy. Well, it's not easy to push a boat from the front either, so I don't know what I'm talking about. Front of the boats and damn weeds. Are we having fun yet? Yeah, at least we got like 3 people up in here. That's not bad. I appreciate you guys taking the time. Tell you what, we're gonna be burning through some motor though. Smell that bitch. I can not in a good way, smell that good. Yeah. All right. We're moving. We ain't moving a lot, but we're moving. I thought this motor was supposed to be weedless. Is that a thing? Weedless motors? Free weed removal upon your welcome. We're gonna. Oh, my foot's wet. Guess he didn't bring socks, this guy. Like, why is your foot wet? You're in a boat. I'm in a 1920s John boat, bro. You don't think there's a little bit of water in the bottom? Come on. Oh, half a knot. Can we keep it up? We're almost out of the shallow part. Well, yeah, almost out of the shallow part. Just another 30 yards of Washington Everglades. Pretty shallow water. But I skipped dinner, so I'm hoping we make it. I'm gondoling off the bottom. Maybe about 6 inches. Dear God, are we there yet? I'm gonna fry that motor, so I'm gonna have to just turn it off. Push my happy ass through the mud. Should have done this in the winter. Hey, shout out to the 5 people up in here. I'm gonna take a break because I'm getting my ass kicked. I mean, I am just absolutely getting beat up. We're in probably, I don't know, 6 inches of water. Trolling motor is just dragging through the mud. It's just got to come up, get out of my way. That's actually better. Sorry you guys are so shaky, but you're in a boat in the middle of the forest, got my sidekick. I think life will get easier in 50 yards, but god damn, it's going to be a hard 50 yards to get to. Kind of just working my way up into a, I'm not exactly sure. It's either a golf course or a state forest. I don't know when it changes to what. Not sure I'm supposed to camp there or not, but I'm tired of paying $200 a night or $45 a night to pretend to be homeless. So we're gonna just go out here, and I've never seen anybody up here. In the winter, it's a lot easier. The water's a lot higher. But this time of year, it's pretty shallow. I wish I would have pulled that motor up earlier. I'm kind of actually making a decent amount of headway now. Solid grass, but I think I can see the end in sight. It drops out just into like a canal or a stream, if that's what you want to call it. Got a pretty pretty good dinner planned. I'm looking forward to that. Might have a little campfire. Got a new tent I'm gonna be testing out. Oh, so close, but yet so far away. It kind of there we go. We're getting there. As you can, oh, you guys can't see it. It's still pretty shallow, but there's not nearly as much grass and weeds, which is fantastic. Yeah, see, we're getting a little deeper. We're probably 4 foot now. And this area looks pretty bassy. I fished over here before, but one thing at a time. I kind of want to get the camp set up, get my tent up, eat some dinner, and then maybe I'll come back out and do some fishing. Right now is just kind of trying to make it to camp before it gets pretty dark. And we're not that far out. It just feels that way. If I, oh, sorry, that's a terrible angle there. There you guys are. Hey. Ah, man. Just struggle bus to get through some lily pads. Or maybe a 10-minute ride if, but at least we're in some water now. Probably about 4 foot of water here. Didn't need the coat. Could have just worn a sweater. It's pretty warm. It's about 60 degrees. It's only supposed to get down to the 50s tonight. Heavy fog and drizzle because I live at the coast and that's just what it does. Success. Like, whoa, slow down. Look at that speed. I think I can even drop it down a little further. There we go. Cruising right along. It gets pretty shallow. And there's actually a gun range up here. And the lady who owns the gun range is like, blah, blah, blah. Don't drive through that property. And I'm like, look, lady, you can't own this water. And she's like, yeah, I know. And I'm like, well, why the hell does he want to yell at me then? Because people just like to tell other people what to do. Hey, Terry Butler. Not sure what you mean by that. You talking about like topwater frog? Yeah. It's tempting, man, but I got about 2-3 hours left of light and I got to get set up. I'll be camping right on this little creek. And this just snakes up for a few miles up into the forest and I'll flip you guys around. You can kind of see the view. Nothing too exciting, but we're pretty remote. I got the bait caster. I kind of want to drag a speed worm. This is what we got. This little canal zigzags for miles. And it's not real deep, maybe 6 foot. And it's not real wide across, probably about 10 feet. And it runs out into the state forest and allegedly into a larger lake. I've been all the way to the end and it kind of just hits a a drain that goes to, or a culvert that goes to the middle of nowhere. I don't know where it runs. It might run to a larger lake. It might run to who knows? You know, I haven't really checked it out. Haven't seen any signs of like bass or fish, but we're here. We're cruising. We're about 10 minutes. Pretty excited, nervously excited, you know, like I said earlier, like, sorry, listening. I really didn't want to come out tonight. I was just kind of being a bitch. I was like, I could just stay in, watch some Netflix. I can pass out in my chair. My wife's out of town. So I'm kind of living that bachelor life, and I've been talking about camping for weeks now. But I've never solo camped. Okay, yeah, lots, all the time at a campground, right? At a campground with 400 other people with like a swim up pool, and big old trees are croaking. Got a little bit of wind today. So long story short is I've never really solo camped. One other time, and this is kind of a new experience for me, just kind of, you know, take me out of my element. You can't claim like an outdoors channel without doing outdoor shit, you know. Lately I've been doing a lot of fishing, and I get it, they go hand in hand. But I do enjoy camping, and I'm planning a big trip at the end of the summer. There's a remote island in the middle of this bay I live by, and it's 2 miles to get to the campsite, and gotta have a boat to get there. Need to get a little bit better of a motor. It's all salt water, and they got, you know, clam digs. Sorry about that, guys. Can you hear me? The cheap ass mics, man, they do not last worth a shit. I was trying to go wireless to cut down on some of the wind noise, but actually it's not too bad here now that I'm kind of in the forest and the trees. Trying to be a little bit quiet because I'm going by Karen's house. There was a bass there. Goddamn yappy dogs telling on me. The dog's name is Bailey, and she's a Chiweenie, which is like a Chihuahua Dachshund mix. And this is what she does, man. She doesn't care what we're doing as long as she's with me. She'll probably fall asleep here in a little bit. It's weird being middle-aged, you know? If you would have told me in my 20s I'd be carrying a Chihuahua around in my coat, I would have never believed you. I would have been like, hell no, that's some sissy stuff. But yeah, here we are. Hit a little shallow spot. I'm just gonna go ahead and kind of push off here. Got some green algae. What do you guys think of my big ass stick? It's pecan wood. I actually cut it down and stained it, and it's got a big ass like ball on the end of it. Sanded it all down, smoothed it all out. I called it my social distancing stick because it's like exactly 6 feet long, and COVID was a thing at the time. You guys remember that when we all had to wear face masks and stuff? Ugh, our battery's gonna work out today. Fully charged before I left the house. That's what I thought, man. Definitely Leprechaun vibes. I gotta go like 100 yards, like just around the corners where we're trying to get to. But I think we are tangled up again. Yeah, definitely not trying to blow my motor up or my battery. The battery's an antique. So close, yet so far. It's a lot shallower. I haven't been up this way in a long time. But I think we're on the bottom. I think my motor is on the bottom. It should be. I mean, that's got to be close to that. It goes from 4 foot to tree in a matter of seconds. Hey. I think we're on a log. Our motor's on the bottom. That's what the problem is. You guys see that? No? Man. I'm ready. Well, there's like a big ass sandbar here. Or a log or something. I don't know. I haven't been up here in a while. You wouldn't think it would change. But there is a big ass sandbar. Is this where I find a body? Alright. You guys know any gondola music that I could sing? Something in Italian, perhaps? That little dog is a snitch, man. That's alright. What are they gonna do? Oh boy. Sorry for the shake. If you're just getting here, welcome to the struggle bus. We're kind of trying to sneak into the state forest, do some stealth camping. We're almost there, but it's a hell of a long ride. This stream isn't nearly as deep as I would like it to be. Did you guys order salad? Alright. Problem being is I keep getting turned around, and the canal is just wide enough. It's deep in like one spot, and it's not currently where my motor's at. Facing the wrong way, and just on this lovely struggle bus. Turning around, trying to paddle with a 20-pound stick. But we're almost there. Thanks for hanging out. You're about to be rewarded with an epic cook. You're like, what are you cooking? Microwave burrito. I'm just gonna use the, no, probably not. Hopefully there's no kids. We're gonna be cursing a lot, at least until we get there. And then maybe we'll chill out. Probably not, though. It depends. Full steam ahead. Cruising at maybe half a knot. See if I can get some shit off that motor. Yeah, cruise on moving. Oh, that's high. Switch to manual auxiliary. Almost there. I can see the spot. Can't get to the spot, but I can see it. Can I get there if I go backwards? Maybe. Shout out 3 people. Thanks for taking the time. I guess is it solo camping if I guys got you to keep me company. It used to be able to go a long ways up here, but we occasionally get beaver dams. And I was up here probably December when I first started the channel, and I sometimes sneak out here and build forts. Like you can call it bushcraft because that sounds cooler, but it's really just a grown man moving sticks around. But it's a hobby, it's something to do. Keeps me out of jail, off of drugs. I'd say keeps me off the streets, but there's not any streets around here at the moment. Hope you guys had a good Saturday. Wind's kicking up a little bit. Brain's thinking about all the shit I probably forgot at the house. Did I bring the tent stakes? Did I bring a lighter? Did I bring what did I forget? It's always something. You know, it used to be back in the day you'd go out in the woods and all you need is a 5th of Jack Daniels and a lawn chair. But it seems like the older you get, the more stuff you need. If I did that now, I wouldn't be able to walk for a week. It's an exaggeration. I did remember some bug spray though. Can't go in. Kind of missed there, but I don't really want to mace my dog because I don't think she'd be a fan of it. I could walk from here. There's lots of game trails that kind of run along this stream, but I don't necessarily want to carry my gear. I think we keep snagging the bottom is what the problem is. Move it up a little. There we go. Get out of the mud. Sorry, loose cable. I just gotta kind of hold it there. It's a little hot, but we're making good time. North Carolina. Yeah, man, I'm in Washington State, right out on the coast. If you pull up Google Maps, type in Skating Lake, and you'll know exactly where I am. If you go Google Maps, we'll dox myself to everybody watching. But just to give you an idea of where we're at, go to Google Maps, look up Skating Lake in Ocean Park, Washington. And there's a stream that runs off the bottom of the lake. And I am probably right, and then there's a lower lake. I live on the lower lake. And I am right smack dab in the middle of the lower lake, kind of by the golf course, maybe by Skating Lake Forest. It's hard to tell. Ooh, I'm excited. I'll turn you guys around in a second. But, we got a beaver dam, which is gonna make it hard to get to my spot, but let me flip you around and show you. You can't really see it. Give me a second, I'll see if I can get there. There we go. It's a beaver dam. Think we should run it over? No, but I think we should camp right next to it because this is my fucking spot. You think there's fish there? You think I should be able to fish here? Wow, they've really changed it. This is we're gonna camp right up there. We're gonna land the boat right here on this beaver dam. Nope, that's not gonna work. I'm not gonna be able to get out here. We're gonna have to back up a little bit. That's new. I knew there was a tree down, but we have a huge beaver population here. I'm just kind of looking for a place I can park the John boat and get my gear out. Looks like the bank's not too bad. There's a thicket of trees, and I think that's where we're gonna camp for the night, which is good because I'm getting kind of hungry. It was a definite struggle to get here. Wonder if there's any. Sorry, Pig. What'd you say? Yeah, that's what I thought too. You know, it really changed the course. I couldn't figure out why we're so shallow right here. Normally this is closer to 6 feet deep, and we're only at 3. And it's almost a guarantee because of that dam. I knew we had beavers out here because they steal my. They don't steal anything. They chew. They chew my food. Couldn't figure out. I'm gonna have to pull that motor up. I'm gonna try to get the center block anchoring system out onto that bank. Oh, you guys could have told me I almost dropped the doggo. Just gonna try to. I was gonna just step up there. I gotta get this motor out of the way. Hopefully I can find a handful of bull grass here. Flip the boat around. Lots of water striders, which makes me a little. Just kidding, I don't give a shit. It's just water striders. All right, land ho. Unhook the battery. Trying to look for a trail up. There's nothing really. Uno momento. Stick with me. Alright, that looks like a muddy ass bank. Feet are already wet. What the hell's the difference? Shit. Damn. That was not successful. I am just past ankle deep in mud. Bank gave out. Well, I'm sore, but I'm gonna see if I can grab the brick and move the boat a little. I knew better. Spinning you guys around. You're right by the dam. I was trying to get here earlier. I don't even know if you can hear me. We Hey, you made it. Pickles, thanks for riding it out. We just reached our destination in the forest here. Got the John boat all parked up. That's how we got in. This is a new to me beaver dam. Runs up forever that way, but got my feet wet. Of course, we don't have any fucking socks. I'm thinking about just setting up right here. I mean, this looks pretty flat, pretty level. I want to fish that area right there. I was also thinking about heading into these trees. It's pretty sheltered up in here. But that's my fort. I told you I come out here and I build like bushcraft stuff. So this ain't my first time here. But I don't know. The problem in here is a lot of game runs through here. We're right in the middle of a game trail. And I'm not opposed to that. But I'm kind of opposed to that. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of deer and stuff come. I don't know if I'm. What do you think, Pickles? You think I'd be better off by the water? Damn, it took me an hour to get here. The trees give it a certain vibe, that's for sure. And I think if I'm going to be The problem is it's really like rooted there, and I think this is the spot. I think we're just gonna pitch a tent here next to the John boat, next to the beaver dam. Looks pretty bassy over there. I want to kind of check that out and maybe fish there a little bit, but there's definitely game prints all over the place. Let me see if I can stick you guys to a tree. We'll get the boat unloaded. And hopefully cook some frickin' dinner, because I am getting pretty hungry. A little bummed about my feet. But I guess that's just par for the course. Let me get you guys situated onto a tripod, and then I'll start setting up camp. Feels good to get here. It's pretty wet. I didn't bring any wood. I don't even know if I brought my lighter. No smoker, so a lighter is kind of a thing in the past. This is 100% something everybody needs when you're camping, is a place to park your ass, right? That's it. Pretty stoked about this new tent. It's just a pop-up. It literally just, you throw it and then it pops up. And I played with it a little bit. Sorry, you're gonna get more stable here in a few seconds. Maybe. Okay, that should be a little bit better. I got this new tent, and you just throw it and it pops up, and that's fantastic. You're like, wow, no more tent stakes. But it takes a frickin' NASA scientist to put it back into the fucking bag. No cap, bro. Like, I spent 2 hours trying to put this damn thing back into the bag, and you fold it down and you watch YouTube videos. And I'm not saying it's not operator error, because there's a good chance it is. But yeah, I don't know. So it's definitely not ultra light. I mean, it's light to carry, but the damn thing's a frick. I'll just show you. Sorry, I'd have to manually adjust you there. Bloop, bloop, bloop. Sound effects are brought to you free of charge. So this is how it folds down. You got the strap, and all of that is supposed to fit into this little ass bag. Like, look, folded down with the strap. This is the bag. How does that work? And if we're talking about things I forgot, apparently tent stakes. I don't see the tent stakes anywhere unless I have them in the other bag. I'm gonna get the other bag. I'm gonna get dinner going. Then we'll get the tent set up. Then we'll probably light some shit on fire and see if I can draw my shoes out. I'm not trying to get athlete's foot. Let's get that boat unloaded though. Yeah, that's a 4 pop-up from Amazon. Or 3, I think it's a 3. And normally I have a huge, like, it's not pop-up, it's just a 6, no, it's like an 8-person tent with like 3 different rooms. And it's cool, I like it. If you watch some of the other videos, you can see it, but I wanted that pop-up tent because it'd be easy, but if you can figure out, bro, how to put it back in the bag, I'd pay money to see that video, that's for sure. Let's get this boat unloaded. You're like, what boat? That boat? So my thought was, I can't be nervous about the grizzly bears about to eat me if I can't hear them, right? It's that kid philosophy. Go under the covers, pull it over your head. Boogeyman can't get you. Also invested in this. And, you know, I needed some of this. I'm always strapped. I'm always carrying. I got a 10 mil hollow point. Oh, no, bro, I can't talk. I'm hungry. I got a 10 millimeter I carry with me for protection out of the woods, but I needed something less than lethal. So, bear spray for the win. Living good, bro. You missed the struggle to get out here, but, we're out in the middle of nowhere. Doing some solo camping. Good to see you. Trying to get this boat unloaded, get some dinner going, get the tent set up. But that's what we got. I'm just gonna unload the boat, get the tent set up, get some dinner going. You can hang out and talk to Pickles, man. He's a pretty cool dude. Alright, boat's unloaded. One Costco tote later. Boom. Definitely not ultralight. We got a little barbecue grill. In case the 10 mil doesn't work and the bear spray fails. I'm actually, I'm gonna cheat. These, I don't know if you guys can see that. Oh, hold on, let me bring you down. So, we're definitely, good thing about living out at the coast is it's all sandy out here. There's relatively no risk of fire danger. And I am a big cheater. I bought Matchlight briquettes, and I can practically taste the lighter fluid already. But I've paid enough dues trying to get here. Just enough of a breeze that it's not going to want to go. Man. I'm cheating and I still can't get it to light. If you're just getting here, thanks for checking us out. We're, can't call it solo camping if I got my dog and you guys, but you get the gist. Out in the middle of, I don't know if it's a golf course or a state park. I don't know who owns this land, to be honest with you. You look on Google Maps and it says Surfside Golf Course. Oh, see, there I go doxing myself again. You guys better not pull up. No, go ahead. Bring some marshmallows, though. You know, if I was up in those trees, I wouldn't be dealing with this wind. But I get scared. I don't like being right in the middle of a game trail. Damn you, Dollar General. We just got one last year. I was pretty excited. Zero kindling. I might have to do some bushwhack and see if I can find a little kindling or something. A lot of times if you just pyramid these up, they go no problem. Something, anything. What do I got to burn? Can't go anywhere. You know how your kid has a favorite blanket? That's my dog's favorite blanket. She doesn't go anywhere without it. Damn. Tissue. Belly button lint. Got nothing. I could pull some stuffing out of the chair. Pull the tag off of the chair. Tag off of the chair is soaking wet. Got some tops of the grass here. Hopefully that'll give me enough flame where I can catch the rest of this fucking charcoal. You know, I got some nylon rope, and I know that nylon rope will burn pretty good. I'm gonna grab some chunk of that. Just kidding, got some paper. I didn't know this. I'm trying to build a little circle here. Hopefully block some of that wind out. I had no idea this was going to be such a struggle. I don't know what kind of paper this is. but it's definitely feels like plastic. Smells like plastic. Um, yeah, not where I'm at, man. We do have some birch around. Uh, we got a lot of pine, and sometimes you can get some good tree sap out of the pine. But I haven't really scoped out the area. I didn't really think it'd be an issue, to be honest. This isn't paper. This is some kind of weird plastic. Damn you, China, and your paper plastic. I'm gonna grab some line. I think that's the way to go. Just some rope off the boat. I gotta trek back off into the woods there, looking to see if I could find some kindling, something that light pretty easily. But it's pretty wet where I'm at. No getting around it. I don't really want to use a bunch of this. I just kind of want to use this to get the coals going. I didn't think these matchlight coals would be such an issue. I guess I brought pretzels as a backup, but I think I can do a little better than pretzels, hopefully. Call the APA. This guy's burning plastic in the middle of the forest. Yo, just one time I'd like to bend over and now get a chihuahua tongue up my nose. Damn. Pretty stressful. struggling. That wind's whipping up. It's supposed to have high dense fog roll through, which not the end of the world, but I like to get my tent set up. I just want to get this going because it's going to take some time to cook what I brought. Man, what I wouldn't get for some like tissue paper. I'm gonna try to create a little wind block using my big ass. Oh, bro, we might have found the secret ingredient. You guys think that's flammable? Bug spray. We're gonna test this on a separate piece. Answer is no. Go ahead and throw that over to the beavers. Yeah, that's what I was thinking, but the bug spray ain't flammable. There's no alcohol in it. I do need to find some smaller sticks or something because this just we're struggling. It's instant light charcoal, but it's from the dollar store, and I'm just not getting there. I'm afraid this rope out a little bit. I mean, that should just be ready to go. I don't know what my deal is. I mean, we close. We just ain't there. Sorry, this is probably boring, but kind of important to me at the moment. I think we got it. I don't want to count my chickens until they're hatched, but I'm gonna let that set up. I'm gonna get the tent set up. This tent's supposed to be super simple. Sorry you guys aren't on a very stable surface. Can you even see it? Not really, but you will. Alright, big tent reveal. It's, like I said, it's supposed to be pretty simple. You just lift that strap. And boom. Ta-da! So that was pretty dope. That took all of 10 seconds. I'm mildly happy with that. I have yeah, that was, I don't know, did you see it, Pickles? It did. It it expanded. This is just a 3-person. I got a rain fly and I am gonna put it on because that's just where I live. We're not expecting rain, but it's, just like a heavy mist all the time. So I'll move that back a little so you guys can kind of get a better angle. Bloop. Oh man, sorry. Still trying to figure out how to use this fancy little tripod. That's what we got. This is the rain fly. A lot of them don't come with the rain fly, so. And I need some stakes. Hopefully I brought some of them, put some blankets and some bedding in there. Hopefully kind of hold it down. We got 30-mile-an-hour winds today, and I don't want to have to sleep in the jumbo. I mean, I'd row home in the dark, but I don't want to do that either. So let's get some weight in that tent. So I've been waiting on a cot, right? Like a cot from like China, because I'm tired of these air mattresses. But I've been waiting for like weeks now. And I thought I grabbed an air mattress, but we got an inflatable couch. That's what we brought. We brought an inflatable couch. And I don't even know if it's going to fit in this tent. Let's grab the pump. Let me look for some stakes. I'm hoping I got some stakes. If not, I'm going to have to find some sticks. That wind's kicking up. Good news is we got the barbecue going. We found 4 incredibly small, cheap-ass tent stakes. It says we only need 4, so I don't know. I doubt they go to this, but it doesn't really matter. The thing about being out here is it's really sandy soil, so I'm not too. That was it. We're all staked up. Let's see if we can get this rain fly on there. Problem being out here is this soil is super sandy, so like it doesn't take much to rip those stakes out. There's no clear top to this tent or rain fly. move it down so you can kind of see what I'm doing here. There's loops on the Rainfly, and they got just like little grommets that kind of hook in, I think. I think it just hooks here. And then again, maybe here? I don't know, yeah. Okay. I don't know, there's hooks everywhere. I think I'm hooking it up sideways. There's actually quite a bit of these little straps. Feels pretty good, to be honest. Pretty snug. I don't think it's gonna go anywhere. Seems to cover the seals pretty nicely. I think like that. That looks pretty good to me. Pretty stoked about the new tent. You know, it's just a 3-person. Let's see if we can get our bed inflated. It's actually a couch, because, well, I'm an idiot, and I brought the couch instead of the bed. But hopefully it all works out okay. Tent feels like it's decent quality. It's definitely going to be waterproof. It's like a tarp material with a mesh net. Drop you down to the action, bro. It says it's a 3-person, so hopefully it's big enough for me and the dog. Yeah, no, plenty of room. I think it's gonna be a close squeeze. Wish there was a way to keep this fly open at the moment, but there's not. Maybe there is. That'll work for now. That barbecue's getting going, which is great because I'm getting hungry. You know, I did remember my power pump, so I don't have to. Yeah, I think there is pick. I think it's just I just haven't found it yet. You know, I've set the tent up one other time. I'm gonna move you closer so you can get a little better angle here. That's the inside. It's, I mean, not huge, but I'll be able to fit full-size bed, hopefully. And 90% sure I'm just gonna wake up on the effing ground, because that's, hey, let's not be too pessimistic. Let's see if we can get this air mattress inflated. I know you're dying to know what I'm gonna have for dinner. Feeling very dehydrated. You know, it's a lot easier if you unfold them first. This is just a Coleman camping couch, and it folds out into like a double mattress. And it's normally what, if I got guests or company, or I'm bringing some kids camping, or my buddy Ed, this is what they get. But the older I get, the more I hate inflatables. They're just terrible. Ordered some new cots. They should be here. Sorry if you got headphones on. It's going to be loud. They should have been here 2 weeks ago. You order them off of Amazon and they're like, oh, they're coming. And then they just never show up. So I think cots, and I got a little mattress stopper. I got to keep an eye on that barbecue. We're just trying to get the air mattress inflated. Got the tent set up. Camping next to Beaver Dam at the moment. I don't know if I'm going to have time to do any fishing or not. But if you check me out in the morning, I'll definitely be throwing it around. Depending on how the night goes, I might be a little anxious to head back and get some coffee, but we have the world's slowest air pump. On the plus side is the barbecue's going. Whoa. Yeah, she's tired, man. She had a long day. We went out to the beach and ran around, did a bunch of stuff. So she's a typical child, you know. Being a man, you got to do all the work. You got to set up the tent. You got to get the bed all ready. You got to inflate. You got to haul all the gear, cook dinner. And she's just here to kind of enjoy the fruits of the labor. Real question is, how close do you think those beavers are going to get to my tent tonight? They should be up. I wish I had a game camera with me. I'd love to see some of the wildlife out here in this area. I gotta put you guys back up on the tri-stand. Sorry, I know it's fog's rolling in. Call it sea mist, because it's just kind of like a thick marine layer of clouds that just kind of constantly keeps everything wet. I'm hoping this is sideways, because this thing is about 4 foot long, and I'm 4'9", so that could be a problem. I'm hoping, yeah, we'll we'll see. We might be sleeping diagonally. You know, it's actually a lot bigger than I thought it'd be. You know, they say a 3-person tent, and you're lucky to get, you know, a person in here. And it's definitely big enough for 2 people and some gear. It'd be like probably queen size mattress plus 2 feet at the bottom. I'm gonna try to multitask. Hold that. I gotta go check on the campfire / barbecue. Time to crack a cold one yet? I don't think I'm gonna fit. We'll see. We'll see if we're gonna make this work or what we're gonna do. We might only be able to use half of it. I don't know yet. Wind's kicking up, which is clouds are moving in. I'm not too worried though. It's not supposed to get real cold, maybe 60 degrees. Yeah, that's what I figured. So we're definitely not big enough for a, I'll just show you the problem. Bleep. We're not big enough for a double. Too tight up in here. You know, this folds out to a double mattress. There's no way in hell that's gonna happen. So I think we're gonna, I don't know what we're gonna do yet. Cry about it. We'll figure it out. Whoa, losing the chihuahua. Hold on. You know what? She can just get out for a second. There you go. Sometimes she sees something shiny and wanders off. Oh, hey, sorry. I think we're gonna have to deflate the top layer. And yeah, that's what we're gonna have to do. We're just gonna have to deflate that top layer. Sleep on just half of it. It folds out into a double, but there ain't enough room in the tent, so unfold that top layer. what sucks donkey balls is sorry for the obscene. The mattress is short. I mean, like really short, like 4 foot, and I'm only 4'9", but it's still a problem. I'm gonna put my sleeping bag in there, get it out of the weather, get some dinner going, and continue the struggle. Old man pillow, don't leave home without it. High Sierra sleeping bag. Nothing to write home about, but should keep me warm enough tonight. I think it's rated for 40 degrees, and I think we're gonna only get down to the high 50s. So, and we have never leave home without it. The child's blanket, right? She doesn't go too many places with that, and she's gonna act as a heater too. It's bumpy up here. I'm trying to change gears. All right, I'm starting to relax a little. The dog's down there checking out the beaver dam. They'll probably try to kidnap her and hold her for ransom. Joke's on them. I'm not paying more than $10 for that dog. Shall we see what we brought for dinner? I know those coals aren't ready yet. Think about those match lights. Even if they're old, they kick a bad flavor. Like, not into the taste of charcoal. No, I love the taste of charcoal. I don't love the taste of lighter fluid. We gonna do a little splunking. Just kidding. I'm actually stoked. I remembered to bring my little headlamp. I don't know what time it is. Probably, I don't know. I'm on a live. I can't see the clock. But probably a couple hours before sunset. Might gather some wood up and have a little campfire. But plan is to eat dinner, crash out, go to bed. Those briquettes are going pretty good. You guys want to see? Well, let me check the briquettes here, and we'll see what we got. She's ready for bed. She got her little coat on. She's wondering why she's got to be a real dog, so I'll go ahead and put her back in. Hey, if you're just getting here, thanks for joining, man. We are camping live out in the middle of the forest in Washington State. No campground here. Second time ever solo camping. Don't feel solo because I got my sidekick and you guys. Got a little barbecue going. Hopefully get some food. Maybe I was just hangry. I don't know. But coals are going good enough to cook on. Damn, dog, can you stay put? Alright, let's see what we got. Any bets? Oh shit, ice cold water. But this, what's in the bag, bro? Ta-da! Pickles. Any guess what it is? Look at the color. What's it look like? It is a kokanee, man. It is actually a mini salmon, landlocked salmon. I went camping about, 2 months ago. No, it feels like 2 months, but it was a couple weeks. And absolutely crushed it. I mean, I'm gonna keep this simple. I'm gonna wrap this son of a gun in some aluminum foil. I'll give you a little better catch cam here. We got our kokanee. We have a little bit of butter. Got a lot of butter for some reason. But we'll just break off a good chunk of that. We're going to wrap it up in aluminum foil. We're going to put the butter on there. And then we got some, this stuff. Kinder's Cowboy Butter. And I have been, like, obsessing about these. This is like, I don't know, well, I can read it to you. It says, Dijon butter and chili with a hint of lemon. And it is the absolute freaking goat of seasonings for fish. So we're going to sprinkle that up with some regular butter. And then we're going to go ahead and wrap that nice and pretty in some aluminum foil. Because there's nothing worse than dried fish. So now I'm going to go ahead and just chuck that onto the croquettes. It shouldn't take too long, about 25-30 minutes. You don't want to overcook it because fish gets real dry, especially kokanee. I don't know if you guys got Costco or Sam's Club where you're at, but this stuff, Kinder's, anything by that, anything by that brand is absolutely freaking delicious, to be honest. I have not met anything from Kinder that I don't like. But I'm gonna make sure I clean up my gear really well because we are in bear country. Another thing I brought with me is one of those Costco totes, and I am a huge fan of Costco totes as well. Man, I am sounding like a commercial for fucking Costco. Got some rain moving through. Wind's kicking up. Welcome to camping on the coast in Washington State. Dinner's kind of cooking. I'm thinking about throwing a little speed worm around. Camp's pretty well set up. Not stoked about my sleeping choice, but got some weather moving through. I'll show you guys. Yeah, that's that's what we got. Just really drizzly, really cloudy. And my feet are wet and I didn't bring any damn socks. but and I like to complain. If you haven't noticed, I am a whiny ass millennial, almost a Gen Z, but not quite. But I know some Gen Z, and they're kind of or not Gen Z, Gen X, and they can get a little whiny. Don't act like you guys don't do it either. I can smell that fish. It's just starting to cook, and it's smelling pretty fantastic. I am pretty hungry, so I'm gonna set you down here. I might move you. Move you to a better spot if I can. Trying to adjust the tripod. Appreciate taking the time to rock with me on a Saturday, man. It means a lot to me. I'd be scared if it wasn't for Pickles. I know he's got my back. Yeah, no, man, that cowboy butter is the absolute best thing I've put on fish in a long time, especially if it's really fishy, if that makes sense. You know, sometimes fish is just really fishy. But these kokanee are good. Have you ever had them? I don't know. You probably got them out there in Colorado. Yeah, no, kokanee are just like mini landlocked salmon, so it doesn't taste like salmon. Salmon? Whatever you want to call it. If you catch them, you call them salmon. If you read about them on the internet, you call them salmon. Which always drives me crazy. Bear with me, I'm trying to get you in a decent spot to where you can actually see what the hell's going on. Yeah, Terry Butler, you've been in here for a while too, man. I appreciate you taking the time to rock with me. Yeah, no, kokanee are just a mini landlocked salmon, and it's a very distinct flavor. They're excellent if you smoke them. I picked up like 30 of them on a recent camp trip, and ran a batch through the smoker, and then I had a couple in the fridge for later, and this is part of that. You guys ever use this kind of thing? You know, I'm definitely not huge on less than lethal, but sometimes it's necessary. Sorry about that wind. Debating if I should have moved my tent to the trees. I think we're locked and loaded. You know, I'm not... We don't have grizzly bears. We don't have polar bears. We got black bears and some brown bears. And if they're brown, stay on your ground. If you're black, lay on your back. I mean, there's sayings. But I don't think they want the smoke, bro. I think they're more... I know they're more... Because my dog runs them out of the yard. My dog. That dog runs the bears out of the yard when they knock over the trash. But, you know, when it's dark, it's easy to get a little shook. So, less than lethal. And at the campground, you know, I run into tweakers. Like, there's just people on drugs everywhere, even out in the forest. And a little less than lethal might not be a bad investment. I think it was like $15. And I doubt I'll ever use it. But it's kind of nice to have, you know? If you catch the live stream in the morning, I'll be fishing over there, and I don't know if I brought my thermos with coffee or not. And if I didn't, it's going to be a very hostile live stream. If you're new to the channel, we're live every day on the 7s. Used to be 6:30. Pickles, I'm moving to 7, bro. I'm getting old. I need to sleep in that extra half hour. Which means I have to stay up a half hour later. But that might change as the weather changes, or as. But right now, I think I'm gonna switch to the 7s. 7 in the morning, 7 in the evening. Seems like evening. Seems like the evening I'm getting out and doing something different. I got a couple more camp trips. All this shit's kind of adding up to a big one at the end of the summer. Trying to like build my toughness, cause like, kind of a bitch. I'm not gonna lie. I got old and I turned into a bitch, man. Like, but I'm trying to get out here, trying to push myself, do something different, get out of the campgrounds and actually check out nature. So that's what we're here for. That fish is smelling fire. Like, it smells good. I think most of the charcoal burned off on it, and actually really looking forward to it. Put some, it's just raining enough. I don't really want my gear to get wet. I don't want bugs in the tent, so I'm gonna go ahead and zip the tent up. Even though there's some like water striders. I don't know if you guys know what those are. I think they're everywhere. So there's some water striders, but I haven't seen any mosquitoes. Not one, which is fantastic for being almost dark in a swamp. I can't complain about that. I did bring some coffee with me. Hopefully my thermos holds out until the morning. I could try to, I don't know. I like the idea of a campfire. It's not camping without a campfire. Yeah, man, like, you get shook in your old age, you know what I'm saying? Like, when I was a kid or in my 20s, I don't give a shit about anything, Get me a fifth of Jack Daniels and a lawn chair, and I'm having a camping trip, you know what I mean? Now I'm all worried about bears and back pain. I don't know what happened. Like I said, I didn't want to come out, but switched it up. Just decided to suck it up and do it. It'll only get easier. And like I said, hopefully I'm at the end of the summer and I feel comfortable. I feel pretty chill right now. Literally chill because my damn feet are wet, and I don't love that, but and it's raining. Why I gotta rain? Why I gotta live in a rainy ass state? I do like how simple it was to get that tent up, though. I think if I get a cot in the future, something real low. The problem with that air mattress is well, one, it's just too big for the damn tent. Width wise, I thought it said you could fit a queen in there. Maybe you can. Maybe just the way that particular one's set up. I don't know, but I think a cot is the way to go. Facts, bro. When I was 20, I was in the military. I think I was probably doing my second tour in Afghanistan, and couldn't tell me nothing. I mean, running at bullets, gunfire, IED explosions, none of that shook me. But now that I'm here and out in the woods, I get nervous, man. I just get nervous, but at least I'm honest about it. Something jumping right over there. I don't know if it's a fish. I really want to fish that dam, but I'm hungry and I don't want to miss it. I don't know if you can. There's a big ass beaver dam right there at the front of the boat. Something was just splashing. Could have just been a frog. I don't see a whole lot of signs of fish, to be honest. There's a. I think it's just a duck. I'm getting all excited. I thought maybe it was a loon. We got like big ass blue herrings out here. But I think it's just a duck. Two ducks. Two ducks equal a blue herring, right? Wind's whipping up. Don't love that. You know, I guess it all depends on when you say solo. Like, I'll roll up to any campground, anytime, not give two shits. You know what I mean? But when you're out, and I mean, there's nothing. There's no people around here. Hey, no problem, Terry, man. I grew up as a poor kid, and it was an excuse to get out of a small town, so no regrets. But yeah, it's a different feel from campground to being in nature, real nature, where there's like bears and Bambis and possibly beavers because you're right next to their freaking house. I'm gonna check this fish right quick. Boop. See if we can get you angled down there. Sorry, kind of cockeyed there. That's a little better. Well, that salmon don't take long. I mean, just 20, 30 minutes. And I don't see a fork anywhere, which is unfortunate. He's gonna, that butter's flaring out. I don't know what time I started it, probably 10 minutes ago. I'm gonna let it cook a little more. I'd rather risk it being a little dry than being a little sushi, you know what I'm saying? I can't believe I didn't bring a fork. Add that to the list of things I forgot. Fork and normal mattress. But at least I remember my pillow, so we're doing good there. Well, that is super unfortunate. Thanks, Terry, man. Thanks for checking me out. Hopefully we'll see you around. Appreciate you stopping by, showing some love on the lives. So what do you think the best way to eat that fish is? Fingers, machete, or giant ass barbecue tongs? I did remember a plate, which means I would think I would have a fork. If you're watching this for pro camping tips, you are on the wrong channel 100%. Couple casts, just a couple casts before. I mean, I don't know if I'm ever gonna be here again. We already got one fish on the fryer. Let's add another one. Wish I would have brought a catfish setup. This area, this canal, the shallow mud, that beaver dam. This is all just screaming catfish to me. Those bullheads usually hang out in the shallow mud, and I wouldn't mind a big catfish. Oh, you can hear it. You can hear the rain. Struggling. Let's throw a speed worm. Let's do it. We got an Ed rig. We got a finesse worm. There's got to be something in there. I'm gonna lose track of time and burn my dinner, but let's make a couple good casts. Just what do we got to lose? Soon as it hits the freaking water. Let's go. I regret nothing. Instant hit, bro. As soon as I hit the water. Healthy little bass. Nice belly on him. He is eating up. Now you're making a mess, Dick. I invite you to my campsite and you freak out. Let's go. Largemouth bass, instant connect. Catch you next time, buddy. Fuck yeah. Sorry, I'm working on not cursing. We do have some kids on the channel. I don't think they're here now. Dude. Mood changer. I almost don't care about my feet being wet. Catching bass like that. Instant. As soon as I hit the water. Fantastic. Just do a catch, cook, and camp. Not with bass though. Maybe perch. I think they're hungry. Let's go, let's go. What did I say, one cast? When I said one, I meant like 50. Real short, maybe 10 feet across. You got an 8-foot rock. Oh man. Failure to hook, but definitely a bite. I'm gonna pull my fish off and eat some dinner. I'm hungry. Still didn't find my fork. What does that mean? That means I'm gonna eat it with my hands like a barbarian. I guess that counts as a fire pit, right? It's warm. I feel it. I mean, we ain't roasting anything. Well, I mean, maybe if we had some marshmallows or something. Oh man, marshmallows on those catfish would be pretty good. That little pond is just loaded with bass. And oh, my chair is wet, so now my ass is wet. How did my chair get wet? We traveling. We didn't. We were planning on an overnight. We weren't planning on spending any real time out here. Sorry. Let's get you sit down next to the fire here. By fire, I mean mini barbecue. What do you guys look? Nothing good anyway. All right, give me a second. Trying to let my fish cool down a little bit. All right, take a minute. Take a minute. It feels good to sit down. Recap, it was a hell of a struggle to get out here, but out here now. Landed a fish. Got the tent all set up. Got some dinner. Gotta eat it. Just kind of letting it cool off. It's pretty hot, and if I gotta eat it with my hands, it's gonna be really hot. So hopefully it's done. We'll show you what we got going on. We got some tri-noodle salad, and we got a kokanee. Kokanee is absolutely crispy, falling apart, blackened, whatever you want to call them. It smells amazing. I am not a chef by any means, but look at that, just solid, falling off the bone, crispy skin, tri-noodle salad. Let's get that first bite. I mean, good stuff, man. Slightly overcooked, a little bit dry, but I was going for a little more dry than tuna. It doesn't take long to cook these salmon, but tons of meat, tons of flavor. Tri-noodle salad's on point too. Birds are chirping. I don't know what time it is. Probably, 8 o'clock or so on the West Coast. It's not to that eerie time of evening. Kind of where everything gets real quiet and still. We're probably 30 minutes out from that or so. Wanting to scarf this down because I want to catch some bass. That hole is loaded right next to the dam there. instant bite monster bass. I'll fish it in the morning for sure. Didn't bring a whole lot of gear with me. Feeling a little fishing fatigue, to be honest, but that's why I'm kind of doing something different, you know? I wish I had an actual lemon. It really kicked this fish up a notch. Coals are burning real pretty. I'm at that point where I'm trying to keep my feet as close to the fire as I can because I want to dry them out without catching them on fire. I mean, just fall off the bone deliciousness. I'd say who could ask for more? But it would be me. And I would ask for just to stop drizzling. I mean, it's not raining hard enough to where I'm like gonna get instantly soaked, but it's raining enough to where I'm gonna get soaked in a couple hours. And being in overnight, 30 minutes from the house, I wasn't worried about it. I was like, oh, why would my feet get wet, right? Because they do. Maybe if I find some dry sticks, I'll build a small little campfire. Got some ducks flying off. The wind's really kicking up. Being out here this close to the coast, weather changes quickly. Right now, that's kind of what we got going on. Just eating some fish I caught the other day. Not this trip. I did catch a fish this trip, but I didn't eat him. Try noodle salad. Got the tens up. It's pretty good. Don't really want to build too much of a campfire because of the wind. It's wet and I get that, but better safe than sorry. We haven't had any real rain in at least 2 days. It doesn't take much for things to get carried away. Grab a little bit more of that seasoning. It's pretty good stuff. I wish a lot of things. Wish a lot of things. Can I still call this catch and cook? I mean, technically, I did catch a fish, and I did cook a fish. They just weren't the same fish. I mean, I think people have lied about bigger things on YouTube. Hey, if you're just getting here, thanks for checking us out. Doing some solo camping out in the middle of nowhere. And just like that, you're gone. Is it my face? I think it's my face. Well, if there's doesn't show anybody in here, and if you're still lurking in the background, thanks for checking us out, man. Thanks for taking the time to rock with me. It's starting to rain pretty good. I think I might crawl up into the tent and call it an early night, or at least watch myself on YouTube, one of the two. But we'll see you in the morning. I'll be live streaming from here. This is Outdoors with Unc. Just trying to survive the night. Reminding you, go outside. It's good for your soul. We'll see you guys in the morning. Peace.